moving goods in and out of the Durban harbour is being hampered by fuel shortages and road closures, we're told. On Friday, Port authorities said operations were slowly beginning to normalise, with more employees reporting for shifts as public transport resumes. For an update on this, we're joined now by Moshe Motlohi, who is the General Manager at the Port of Durban. A very good evening to you, and thank you for taking the time to speak to us.
Good evening, Tsepiso. Thanks for having us.
What can you tell us about the extent of the damage caused?
Well, from the port point of view, Tsepiso, we are fortunate that no damage was incurred. The port was safe. Not a single container was broken into, or any vehicle. We did not suffer any damage, except to say that the first 2 days were hard in that the port operations were slowed down due to non-attendance by employees who are working for terminal operators. This was attributed to scarcity of transport and where the levels of fuel were low in the port. However, we recovered. We quickly engaged with the garages that are around the port, where we made provision for the essential workers of Transnet around the city of eThekwini to get access to fuel, and we're able, therefore, to keep the port going. The first 2 days, of course, were tough, but as of yesterday, we back to 100% operation. We remain mindful, though, that there's anxiety in the market when it comes to safety of the trucks at night. We're working with South African police services to assess the situation, and we release the truck during the times that are relatively safe. We have said with industry where we prioritize various cargo categories that are essential at this point in time. We have said that we will prioritize the fuel distribution, the products that are supporting pharmaceutical industry, and the food products. Those are going to get the highest priority. On the export side, we're going to prioritize the export of citrus and maize, as this is the window season that they have. We are, however, working with everyone to make sure that this prioritization does not affect the trading capability of the country.
Okay, so you mentioned fuel shortages and road closures as some of the reasons why your operations have been disturbed, but the restarting of the major NAT core railway line between Durban and Gauteng, what has been the source of the delay there? Is it because of these factors that I've mentioned?
Yes, on the rail side, yes, you know that there were disturbances along the railway line connecting Johannesburg and Durban, so we had safety concerns. But yesterday we had our group chief executive here at the Port of Durban and Richards Bay, where she was accompanied by the chief executive of Transnet Freight Rail. They had come to check that if everything else was in order for the resumption of the rail service, and we are happy to say that that also has resumed operating.
Okay, so does that mean that testing for safety has been done?
Yes, it has been done, Tsepiso, but we're working with South African police services and the South African National Defence Force. They become the ultimate authorities that can give ultimate assurance. But from what we are getting, since we have set up a joint operating center that looks at the business resumption, we twice a day assess the situation on the ground and decide on the next move as to how we should be supporting the South African supply chain in terms of making sure that the products are flowing through. From what we have, it seems that it is okay to have goods being transported from the port to various destinations around the country.
And what about your Port of Richards Bay? Has that managed to clear all shipping backlogs as well?
Yes, we're happy also to make that announcement. The Port of Richards Bay has recovered, and by yesterday they had cleared all the ships that were waiting at Anchorage. They have started with operations as well.
Okay, thank you so much for speaking to us, Moshe Motlohi. He's the General Manager at the Port of Durban for Transnet.